Hello and welcome to the My New Doctor Who podcast, or TMDWP as I'm now going to call it after my Twitter alias. And Happy New Year to all of you viewers. Glad you've stuck with me into another year. And I'm sure you're thinking, what does Luke think of The End of Time? Well, I think I'm just going to stick with my very short, less than 140 character review on Twitter. You're going to find it if you haven't read it yet. And leave everything else, well, everything else has already been really said by the other podcasts. But I'm going to pick up on something from The End of Time as the theme for this and the next podcast, couple of podcasts. And that is first and last lines of Doctors. I'm going to stick to the TV series because that makes it more easier to be definitive. But here is part one, my rundown in order of worst to best first lines of each of the Doctors so far. So here we go, coming in at number 11, poor old Sylvester McCoy.
No, Mal. That was a nice nap. Now, down to business. I'm a bit worried about the temporal flicker in Sector 13. There's a bicentennial refit of the TARDIS to book in. I must just pop over to Centauri 7, and then perhaps a quick holiday. Right, that all seems quite clear. Just 3 small points. Where am I? Who am I? And who are you? The Rani! Stay back!
Now his first line, it's pretty bad to start with, that whole kind of rambly speech. And I'm not usually a Sylvester basher myself. I do quite like his Doctor, but he doesn't deliver it particularly well. And ending it with a pratfall is just like, what's this new Doctor going to be like? Not a brilliant start for him. So, in at number 10, poor old Colin Baker.
Doctor?
You're expecting someone else?
Who wasn't brilliantly served throughout his time on the TV show. And his first line to his understandably bemused companion sets the tone for their fractious relationship. And maybe it's because we know what's coming next. His line just seems all that worse at the very end of Caves of Androzani, which is otherwise a brilliant story. And in at number 9, Paul McGann. After what I consider actually quite a good regeneration in the TV movie, we have what has to be a rather boring opening line from Paul McGann, and then he over-exaggerates it by saying it 3 times and screaming at the top of his voice. Doesn't really endear to him to start off with. Fortunately, he does redeem himself by the end of the movie, but his first line, pretty inauspicious. At number 8, Peter Davison.
Ah, you've come to help me find the Zero Room. Welcome aboard. I'm the Doctor. Or will be if this regeneration works out.
Now, I like Peter Davison. I think he's a good Doctor. But again, not brilliantly served by his first line to Andric. Fortunately, it picks up from there. But again, not a great start. At number 7, the new guy, Matt Smith.
Legs! I've still got legs! Good. Arms, hands, ooh, fingers, lots of fingers. Ears, yes, eyes too, nose. And I've had worse, chin. Blimey, hair. I'm a girl! No! No! I'm not a girl? No. I'm still not Ginger. And something else. Something important. I'm... machine!
I have to say, I did like his performance, but I don't think his first lines are particularly good, being just a much bigger expansion of the way that Tennant came in. Though there is quite a nice reference to Baker referencing Pertwee's nose, which I quite liked. But other than that, not a brilliant start for his Doctor. Hopefully, we'll get some good stuff in the spring.